Good morning, everybody. It's a little different for me saying good morning instead of good afternoon for our very first Friday Facts with CDOT. If you are gone on spring break, when you return, you will see the highway has been changed. And that started on Monday, March 24th, with all the staging. And we have lots of updates to talk to you about today. I am very excited and really so impressed that CDOT and WW Clyde have agreed to do these Friday Facts with us. And so with that, we do have Adair Christensen with us today with CDOT, and she's joining us from the CDOT office, but she's been here in Pagosa taking a look at all the construction. And Adair, we have almost 5 days under our belt, and we are moving forward. The project has started, and how do you feel being on the CDOT side?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having us, as we appreciate all the opportunities we can get to get the information out to the public, especially a weekly look ahead. I know that's always helpful when you're planning your routes to school, planning whether you need to set your alarm clock 15 minutes early or not. And today I did set my alarm clock pretty early because I needed to get out on site to see for myself what was going on in downtown Pagosa. So I got my coffee from Pagosa Baking Company. We're encouraging.
There you go.
All of our.
You went in the back way. They do have parking in the back.
Yes, I did. It was pretty easy to find, and it takes a little bit of creativity and flexibility, but you'll see the concrete construction barriers. You'll see the construction. Some of the intersections are still open, so you can go the back way to many of those businesses. The businesses are open for business. We are, unfortunately, down there tearing up the north side of the highway. But what I saw down there this morning was really good to see. It looks like WW Clyde's crews got a lot of the asphalt milling done, which is grinding up that top layer of pavement and getting it out of the way so they can begin the utility work, which is a huge portion of this project.
Sure.
So they are doing the asphalt milling mainly at night, and that's to keep the dust down, the noise down, keep the delays down, because there are going to be 15-minute delays and wait times when big trucks or heavy equipment are coming out onto the main road and transporting that dirt or transporting equipment to another place. So working at night allows for us to minimize those delays, keep the tourist out of the dust, and just get the work done faster. And this week, first week of construction, they really proved to be moving right along. I mean, Mary Jo, how was it driving through the construction zone?
It was pretty good for me. I was out of town. I came back Tuesday and traffic was flowing. You know, Adair, I do want to mention that one of the misnomers that has come out is that what is their work schedule? And I'd like to repeat that we are working at night in a number of areas, whether that's going to be on an intersection or different areas, like you said, the milling. So construction is happening at night as well.
Yes, you are correct. You will see the main, you will see a lot of our workers and our flaggers out Monday through Saturday. So right now we're working Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You will see them out there, but also intermittently, we're going to try to get some of the messier work done at night. This could be a year out. We will be working on some of the big major intersections like Hot Springs Boulevard at night. So we're going to save that one for probably next year, and that's going to be a lot of night work as well.
Okay.
One of the things I did want to bring up, when you are driving through the construction zone, those traffic laws still apply, even though all the traffic is on the westbound lanes and there's temporary striping. And then there's the traffic signals kind of over here, but you're driving over here. Make sure you're still paying attention to those signals. Those are still operating and working. So
Right.
follow what they're telling you. If it's a red light, even though you see all this construction going on, the signals are still you need to look at.
We've had a few of those. That thought that it was just going.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So good to know. Yep.
Yeah. The good news is, well, some people say there isn't a lot of good news surrounding construction, but we're always looking for the bright sides of things. And most of the sidewalks are still open. We have to keep access to businesses. We'll have signage out there. Sometimes we will be working on sidewalks and curbs, especially next week. They're going to tear out a bunch of the sidewalks and curbs along the north side of the road. So the road, you're seeing all the concrete barriers. There will be some sidewalk work next week. But we will put up signage to detour to get to the businesses still. And we're always in communication ahead of time with the businesses so they can let their customers know as well. Like, you might have to walk around the side of our business to get to our doors this week.
And with that in mind as well, I do want to let everybody know that we do know that more signage is coming. We've had several businesses asking us about directional signage. So that is coming. We've got signage coming for where parking is. We've got signage for, businesses that are open. That is still not detailed yet, at least to me, but that is coming. So if you're seeing that and saying, gosh, there needs to be more signs, it's coming. So hold on to that thought.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of like, okay, we need to see what they're doing first before the city or Visit Pagosa come in and place their what we call wayfinding signs. So
sure.
Yeah, when you say signage is coming, the tourist signs that say maybe parking this way or pedestrian crosswalk or businesses open. I know there has been a lot of talk and communication about getting that going. It's just not quite up there yet.
Sure. And we do have questions coming in about parking. And yes, the lots are also getting worked on. I understand, speaking of that milling, that a lot of that debris has been delivered to the vacant lots that are going to be designated as public parking. Right now, the signage also is not up for 2-hour parking. So you probably can scoot in under the or over the 2-hour parking limit. But please, those signs will come up. And if you go to the Chamber's website or the CDOT website, we do have those parking maps available. So it's really important, again, that we're all talking about the same thing with the same information. Having that available in your business is extremely important. If you need to pick up a printed map, please let us know. You can print it right off of one of those websites. That is available. There are also printed copies at the library, town hall. So please make sure that you and your staff are informed when people come into your business.
Yes, yeah. And the parking maps, I used them this morning. I can walk far distances, but you don't have to. There's great options right downtown near Pagosa Boulevard and US 160, and you can park there and easily get to anywhere you need to get downtown. So the Pagosa Main Street's parking map is really helpful, especially for someone from out of town. I tested it out, and it was nice. I had a nice stroll and admired the river.
Well, Adair, before we go on to what's happening next week, I do want to remind our business community that on Monday evening at 5:30 here at the Chamber of Commerce in the conference room, and then on Tuesday, on April 1st at 11:30 in the morning, we will be having kind of a modified cone zone meeting. It's a brainstorming session with our business community about ideas of promoting business in the downtown corridor. We've had a number of businesses saying, I have an idea. I don't know how it will work. If you cannot come to either of those meetings, again, on March 31st at 5:30 or April 1st at 11:30, both of them here at the Chamber of Commerce, just please email me at director@pagosachamber.com. Email me with any ideas, and I'll make sure that those ideas get brought up at the brainstorming session. It's a great idea. It's a great opportunity. We know we want to hear what you have to say. You've been through this now a week. What are you looking at? What are concerns? What do we think we can do? So please bring your ingenuity and your all your ideas to one of those meetings. We'd really appreciate it. And with that, Adair, what are we looking at? You had mentioned about some sidewalks being torn up. What are we looking at for next week?
Yeah, so hopefully by now we're a week into mobilizing equipment, placing those concrete barriers. So hopefully by now you kind of have an idea of what the traffic configuration and flow is going to look like throughout the summer. Two-way traffic in the westbound lanes, no parking on US 160 during construction. We had a few questions come to us last week. Is this project taking parking along Main Street away forever? No, it may feel like it during construction, but you'll get your parking on Main Street back once the highway is covered in a beautiful layer of concrete. There may be some extra trees beside the businesses, and the sidewalks are new and shiny, so you will get your parking back, but not during construction. So with that, we're starting to get used to the new configuration now, and you're seeing beside the highway a lot of dusty black material. Well, that's because crews started milling. They're tearing up what was there, the asphalt road layer, and they're going to continue to mill on the west side of downtown next week. I know they made it to about the county admin building where the road takes a sharp curve. So they're going to continue milling westbound next week at night. Along with that, on the north side of the highway, they are going to start taking up some of the sidewalks and curbs and working on the gutters. Okay. The main thing is, which you may not see a lot of heavy equipment, they're going to be potholing. And potholing means they're drilling holes down into the subbase of the road surface, and they're looking for where the utility lines are at, the geothermal, the sewer, the electric, and on, because part of this project is getting those utilities modernized, repaired, fixed. So
mapped.
Yeah, mapped out. So they're beginning that process next week.
Okay.
One thing we'd like to alert people of is there has been some changes to bus stop locations for the Mountain Express Transit. If you're used to hopping on the bus at the River Center, stop number 18, that has moved to First Street temporarily. And then US 160, correct me if I'm wrong, Mary Jo, in front of the museum, bus stop number 19 has moved to 2nd Street and Lewis Street.
Yes.
So you can check on our website for those changes as well if you don't catch that here. Another thing we'd like to tell you is if you want more detailed information about what to expect in the week ahead, you can subscribe on CDOT.gov on our travel alerts page. You can subscribe specifically to the US 160 Pagosa construction newsletters. That's a lot of words, but there is an option to get weekly emails from our project team of what to expect in the week ahead.
Great.
So that's on our main website. You can subscribe to that. And then all of our Facebook posts CDOT is posting are out on our CDOT News Southwest Colorado Facebook page. And it's great. We see tons of businesses, local agencies sharing that information, which is just what kind of impacts or delays can I expect next week.
Great.
Right now, as far as delays, can still expect those 15-minute delays. We may have to stop traffic if heavy equipment needs to get out onto the highway to move or mobilize in a different area. So I would plan on leaving your house a bit earlier if you have a doctor appointment or school to get to. Make sure you're just giving yourself some time.
Okay. Well, Adair, thank you all so much for kicking this show off. We are going to be doing this again weekly for a time, especially at the beginning of this project. So we will be here every Friday at 11. If you've missed us, please stream us later through our Facebook page and find out what the latest and greatest information is. Again, we thank you for participating in this communication effort. Adair and CDOT and everybody else out there. You never know who'll be with us on our future shows. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us. You'll see us here again next Friday. Thank you.